you going? You're dressed like a doctor or something.
We going to the peace mission, getting ready for Sweet Father's visit.
He's finally letting you out of the house and you dressed like that? A little pixie? Oh, no, not me.
I don't want to go, but Ernie won't say nothing to Daddy.
Then why go?
Shh, Daddy, come in.
Want to lie down? Please, sister, I wish you would. Don't let Daddy find you this way.
He was talking to me first. He was leaning against the window, smiling at me. He said he's from Cuba, but it don't look like no Zyheart to me. He was black like coal, with good hair. You know, the kind that just fold down by itself. Yeah, he was a real gentleman. Like the ones from your movie, Ernie? Well, he asked if he could escort me home, and I told him up front, listen, I ain't like those other women standing big belly at a state line. I'm a real woman, a woman with a set of requirements. You see, I'm a common, a thinking woman. And he said, baby, so am I tonight. And he took my hand and we began to dance. Ooh, child, we did.
You did what?
Girl, I danced the mambo. Woo, girl, give me your hand, darling angel.
Please don't call me that.
Oh, well, you're dressed for the part. Oh, girl, you're stiffer than a board. Ain't you never danced up close with nobody before?
Why would I want to do that?
Oh.
Daddy ain't gonna like the mambo.
Well, he's a man. I imagine the man invented the mambo.
Well, what about me? Can I do the mambo?
Nah, child, you too young. Ain't supposed to be that close up to a man's private. You might get a surprise you ain't ready for.
Been closer to a man than Ernie ever been.
You better not have.
Oh, child, and we danced with our hips pressed up close. Child, he was black and shiny like a new pair of patent leather shoes. Ooh, and child, he kept whispering in my ear, Kalinda, Kalinda, how beautiful I was, how beautiful I was.
I wanted to cry. I wanted to be dancing with Papa. He was dark and slender like the man at the watch counter at Lothers.
Daughter, Devout, go on outside.
If this had been the movie, Papa would have come to Sister's rescue. In the movie, he'd have been a dashing young doctor rather than a fishmonger. In the movie, he would have asked for Sister's hand in marriage.
Oh, don't start with me.
I said go.
Oh, but we're dancing the mambo. Oh, what's up? We're just dancing, Godfrey. Everything else was imagined.
Where's your stockings?
Oh, you asking me to dance?
You been drinking?
I'm drunk.
You know I don't have no drinking up in here.
Well, I drunk before I got here, so it don't count. And don't you stand there like you ain't never had a drink or two. I remember a particular batch of moonshine that blinded him. And I do remember you groping in the dark with his head thigh.
Make the neighbors. Ernestine, in a minute, I say go.
She's sorry, Daddy. She's just tired.
Sorry, my behind.
Oh, tell him the truth.
Don't you start up in here. You gonna have the neighbors thinking
Oh, ain't that what we here for? You always tell them I'm the troublemaker. Well, I don't believe none of that. Listen here, I got a secret for you. I hate your sweet father.
Oh, she did say hate. I wish she had it. I wish she'd said, I'm bothered by Father Divine, or I'm sickened by Father Divine.
Pray for forgiveness, for a peace of mind. I dare you to come up in here and speak like that against Father Divine. You ought to be glad that Father Divine forgive you. You know what? You need to go on inside and sleep off that bewitching.
Oh, I can't sleep off this bewitching any more than you can. Or I can return home a virgin or bride, or Sandra can return home from the dead. And I'll be married to a sharecropper picking fruit. Do I look like I'll pick some fruit? My hands hurt just thinking about it.
How dare you come in here, disrespect the memories of Sandra.
I own part of that pain, Godfrey.
Ernestine and Amina, I said go! Not in front of them, you don't. Where were you when Sandra closed her eyes? Where were you when we put her in the ground?
I know a couple of people who would say, you drove poor Sandra to the grave yourself. Talk about that.
You know, it ain't enough that you're going to come in my home and have the neighbors to think that I'm some type of confidence. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Listen here, Godfrey. Yes, I was up north with my friends and my books, getting my education, whatever it is. But I'm here today, and that's all that matters.
That don't belongs to you. And I want to say to you that my gals, they're going to become the best. They're going to rise up above you and I. And let me tell you something. As long as you're in my roof, up under my house, in my house, up under my roof, and eating out of my icebox, you're going to respect Father God. And Father Divine going to be your Lord and your Savior. And you know what? You can leave me at peace.
In the movies, the clothing is always perfectly ironed. The seams even and pointed. In the movies, when families argue, it is underscored by beautiful music and reconciliation. The men are heroes, broad-shouldered and impervious to danger. Their lives are perfect formulas resolved in 90 minutes. But as my daddy would say, they white.
Sing.